You would think a high-profile match with the World Heavyweight Champion would solidify my status in WWE, right? Nope. Just a few months later, I was released. For those of you keeping track at home, this was the second time I was released by WWE. I thought this time I might be done with WWE for good. But not long after my release, I returned at SummerSlam.
Look at The Miz. He's worked hard, he's charismatic, he's smart, he's Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's the United States Champion.
Well, Michael, he may not be one of those things if he lands in Daniel Bryan's label lock. Bryan faced Miz in a submission match on Raw, and he made Miz tap faster than a heavy metal drummer. If that happens tonight, we'll have a new United States Champion.
Miz was saving himself.
You two brought up that acrimonious relationship between The Miz and Daniel Bryan. Miz abused Bryan, and Bryan fought back, taking Miz's spot in the SummerSlam main event, and then his United States Championship just a month later. After laying dormant for a few years, The Miz and Daniel Bryan's hatred resurfaced in the infamous Talking Smack segment. After Daniel Bryan returned to action and pulled strings to get The Miz moved to SmackDown Live, you know, this rivalry is far from over, even after 8 years.
Gotta believe this one's over. Ooh, what an uppercut. Scoop slam. Hooked up.
The Miz showing how A-listers do things out there.
This looks to be a barn burner, gentlemen. These two guys hate each other.
Corey, come on. The Miz is WWE's fastest rising star, and Daniel Bryan.
Here we go. The majority of the WWE Universe here tonight is trying to will Daniel Bryan back into this matchup.
Corey, that's because a lot more people relate to Daniel Bryan than they do them.
He breaks out.
He's not done just yet, Michael.
What impact.
Michael may have ragged on Daniel Bryan's diet, but that quote-unquote nerdy vegan is WWE's most effective submission expert.
And Miz is as crafty as the day is long. That makes for a pretty interesting confrontation. These competitors are walking on dangerous ground right now. Ooh, what impact.
He's going for it all.
I believe Daniel Bryan has a strong chance of winning tonight. The guy was trained by Shawn Michaels, who must have taught Bryan a thing or two about high-pressure matches.
What has happened to you, Corey? You've turned into another Saxton. Yeah, and Daniel Bryan was also trained by The Miz. Quite frankly, Bryan should have listened to The Miz more, and maybe he would have won NXT. When you look at this, simply amazing.
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
You know what? I take back what I said about Daniel Bryan potentially winning NXT. Bryan never could have won NXT. He started with a 10-match losing streak. He probably only quit because he would have been eliminated soon. Anyway.
Michael, all it takes is one win to change your fortune, and Daniel Bryan looks likely to get that win tonight.
Got the shoulders down. And it's The Miz able to stop the count.
Not even close.
Oh boy, he is rolling.
Daniel Bryan always thought he was better than The Miz, but just look at what he's done since dumping Daniel Bryan. He's defending the United States Championship on pay-per-view, formed a tag team with Chris Jericho, and defeated, watch it, Miz.
Jarring impact. Now he's got to capitalize.
That might be the
champion into the cover. Yes, yes, The Miz wins. The Miz wins.
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, The Miz.
The entirety of Daniel Bryan's career in WWE, he's had a rival in the form of The Miz, and it's plain to see why, since the polar opposite stars have been forced to interact at so many points.
Michael, those two did not get along when The Miz was assigned to be Daniel Bryan's mentor. Bryan had much better wrestling skills, but The Miz argued that Bryan lacked charisma.
Beautiful technique.
I don't know why anyone's surprised that The Miz and Daniel Bryan's relationship has come to this. The Miz can never keep an ally on his side. Ain't that the truth? Every person the Awesome One has won the tag titles with has ended up hating The Miz. Remember the night after Extreme Rules when the Big Show's KO punch ended Show Miz? Oh, what an uppercut!
Neck breaker. The two of you brought up Miz's former partnerships, and can I just point out the common element between Bryan and The Miz's old tag partner? The champion into the cover! 2, 3. Yes! Yes! The Miz wins! The Miz wins!
Here is your winner, and still the United States Champion, The Miz.
Daniel Bryan gave it his all.
Look at The Miz. He's worked hard, he's charismatic, he's smart, he's Mr. Money in the Bank, and he's the United States Champion.
Well, Michael, he may not be one of those things if he lands in Daniel Bryan's label lock. Bryan faced Miz in a submission match on Raw. He made Miz tap faster than a heavy metal drummer. If that happens tonight, we'll have a new United States Champion.
Miz is saving himself.
Slammed with authority.
The champion into the cover.
And Bryan gets the shoulder up. It's going to take more than that.
What a stomp.
Good grief.
Is he gonna
Just breaking down the opponent. Suplex.
I don't like the look in his eye here, folks. Back in the ring again.
Daniel Bryan may only be 8 months into his WWE career, but this is a decade-long journey for Bryan that could lead to his first taste of WWE gold here at Night of Champions. It was March of 2000 when Daniel Bryan made his debut on the independent scene under the wing of Shawn Michaels, and we might see Bryan make his first strides towards HBK-level success if he can defeat The Miz tonight. Oh, direct impact to the chest. Head scissors applied. And, oh, look at this. Got the head scissors applied. Oh, man, that's just nasty.
Oh, man.
Head scissors applied. And, oh, look at this.
I just cannot believe the disrespect The Miz had to endure at the hands of Daniel Bryan. All he wanted to do on NXT was help Bryan, and that vegan nerd never listened.
Whoa, disrespect? Disrespect? The Miz slapped Daniel Bryan in the face on the very first episode of NXT. If I were ever to be on NXT, I'd never take that kind of abuse from my bro.
You on NXT?
You guys brought up Miz and Bryan's relationship on NXT. Obviously, Bryan can't learn any new moves from The Miz, but ironically, Bryan's hatred of The Miz didn't awaken the personality Miz said Bryan lacked. The majority of the WWE Universe here tonight is trying to will Daniel Bryan back into this matchup.
Corey, that's because a lot more people relate to Daniel Bryan than they do The Miz.
Relate to Daniel Bryan? How can he relate to a guy who doesn't own a TV or eat meat? Why would anyone, please tell me, why would anyone root for Daniel Bryan? He's an indie internet nerd. He doesn't eat meat, he doesn't own a TV, and he has absolutely no personality, and he is a dog named Asparagus.
Oh my gosh, who cares what Daniel Bryan eats or watches or what his dog's name is? He's great in the ring, and for the record, he showed a lot of personality when he called you out after the NXT elimination.
Please.
No, kicks out in time.
Not yet. Oh, nasty impact.
He knows he's in trouble. He's fighting back here.
I expected nothing less, Cole.
Harsh impact.
The Miz's grasp on the United States Championship is slowly slipping away.
No, Miz can't lose here tonight. Not like this. Every title's on the line here tonight at Night of Champions. The Miz is no stranger to championships. At one point, he held the U.S. title and the Tag Team Championship simultaneously. And that briefcase is a near-guaranteed WWE Championship win.
Okay, Michael, I know where you're going to go with this. I know what you're trying to lead to. Yes, Daniel Bryan hasn't won a title here yet, but he's only been on the roster for 8 months. Give him time.
The two of you discussed Miz's longer title reign resume than Daniel Bryan, but I have to point out that Daniel Bryan just did something Miz hasn't done yet. He main evented SummerSlam.
I mean, come on, Daniel Bryan stole that spot at SummerSlam after John Cena begged The Miz to join his team. Also, when The Miz wins here and then cashes in later tonight, he'll have plenty of main events in his future. He's making a statement here with this attack.
Even though Daniel Bryan did not have the best track record as an NXT rookie, I think a win tonight would make Daniel Bryan worthy of being a WWE NXT Pro. Don't you think?
If Daniel Bryan ever becomes an NXT Pro, then there's a 1% chance I'll continue doing that show. What kind of weirdo would ever take advice from Daniel Bryan? That would be like a young announcer learning from you, Byron.
Nailed it.
Well, what happens if The Miz comes up short here tonight against Daniel Bryan?
Well, it hasn't happened yet, has it, Byron?
It could be on the verge of occurring. Daniel Bryan from the top rope. Miz is in trouble.
Yeah, but look at The Miz fight back. What a warrior.
Great wherewithal from The Miz. Daniel Bryan hung out to dry. Just like that, The Miz has turned the tides in this matchup.
This is what I'm talking about.
Take a look at this man. The Miz is a person the little children in this arena should look up to. I mean, you should look up to him as well, King.
The Miz is showboating, but I'm not sure this occasion calls for it.
What a knee lift.
Somebody better check his nose.
The Miz with a nice reversal.
This might be it. Oh, my.
When this guy's on, look out.
Beautiful technique.
Oh, this is dangerous right here.
This could be it.
Never underestimate The Miz's awesomeness.
That's it. The Miz just ended this. And see, skull-crushing finale.
This one is over.
That'll readjust your spine.
Quickly into the cover with the title on the line.